Hello.
Are we ready, Randy?
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to officially call this meeting to order. I would ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and/or reflection as we continue to think about everyone who's been affected by the COVID pandemic, our men and women of the armed services, and the Gluckman family in Dumont, New Jersey. Michael Gluckman was a sitting Board of Ed member, and he had suddenly passed away Monday night. So I ask for everyone's thoughts and prayers on those tonight. Salute the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I guess wherever you're watching from, please note your fire exits, your nearest exits. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the mayor and council of the borough of New Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall, and notices have been sent to the record in the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard the infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning, seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilman Siraki Hurley,
Present.
Councilman Seymour,
Present.
Councilwoman Duffy,
Here.
Council President Grotzky,
Here.
Councilwoman Sandhusen,
Present.
Councilwoman Grant,
Here.
Mayor Petrino.
Here. Okay, under unfinished business, could I get a motion for approval of the minutes from the May 11th, 2020 public session meeting?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Under new business, I have a couple of new schedule events I want to talk about. The first one is the New Milford Recycling Center will resume public operations as of June 1st. The hours of operation will be Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. These were the same hours that were in place before we shut it down. We encourage the use of masks and social distancing. The borough's recreation tennis courts will also be open on June 1st. And Kennedy Memorial Field will be open on June 1st. With Kennedy Memorial Field, there'll be a maximum of 25 people allowed. There will be no contact or organized sports allowed. Social distancing and all New Jersey State Department of Health guidelines apply, and the use of face masks or face coverings is strongly encouraged. And I will post that tonight on the Office of the Mayor Facebook page. Councilwoman Duffy, you have a question?
I do. Who will kind of keep an eye on the field for the 25?
Our police will be charged with watching it and enforcement, but it's one of those things where we have to do ourselves. So I've talked to some coaches, I've spoken with the president of Little League, the president of junior football, and the recreation director, and we have to keep an eye on it as well.
Okay.
It
Okay.
still belongs to everyone, and everyone needs to be responsible.
Excellent. Thank you.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the resolutions? Is there anything that needs to be pulled out for further discussion?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, if not, I would ask that we will go around the table for anything anybody wants to bring up. We'll start with Councilwoman Siraki Hurley.
So I spoke to our chair, Adelina Gaboret, for Stigma Free, and we were discussing, since there's some possibility that to have the yoga on the lawn, maybe in June. We're looking for a yoga instructor since the last year's yoga instructor has moved or something. So we've been working on that. She has been posting different things on Stigma Free as far as groups or talks or phone numbers that they could call. And we'll let you know what happens with the yoga on the lawn. With events, I think we had a fabulous honoring of our veterans on Monday morning in front of the Borough Hall. I'd like to thank Darlene Minko for working so hard as she does, as well as Nancy Veretti. I'm sure I messed up her name again. Sorry, Nancy, who's the chair to the historic. She was the one that had also put in and gathered the photos of the veterans. We also went to the Huguenot Cemetery to place flags on I believe there are 9 veterans out that way. I believe there's 7 Revolutionary and 2 Civil War. So overall, it was a very nice ceremony. Thank you, Mayor, for doing such a fabulous job, and the gentleman from the VFW. I think that's about it. Yeah. Well,
I thought it was a very nice observance. And I want to thank Angelo DiCarlo for rising to the occasion to play taps for us. He did a really good job.
Fabulous job.
Yeah.
It was very nice. I know a lot of people commented on it afterwards and called to say that it was a great service and thanking us for it. I'll let our mayor speak about our senior center gathering. We've had some virtual meetings with Lynn and our administrator, and that's about it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Councilman
it.
Seymour.
I just letting everybody know in general that my understanding is that Vitalent, which was formerly Community Blood Services of Bergen County, is going to have a mobile blood drive. I think in neighboring Oradell in the next week or so. I'm going to be donating, and I encourage other people to donate. My understanding is that there is a need right now for donations, in particular because of everything that's been happening. So just making people aware of that.
When is it, Matt?
I think
It's this weekend.
When is it, Thea?
I think it was this weekend.
Okay, it might be. Yeah, it's people may not recognize the email because it's Vitalent. A lot of people don't realize used to be Community Blood Services of Bergen County. They were in New Milford in 2010 with a donation van. I don't know if they've been since then, but I'm happy that at least they'll be in the area taking donations.
Matt, are they going to be over at the VFW in Oradell? Behind the post office?
I'm not sure of the location. I could forward you the email. Yeah, I don't remember where it is.
Actually, Matt, if you could also forward it to me, that's something I could post to get the awareness out.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll do it right after the meeting. Yep.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay. Councilwoman Duffy.
Okay, well, first and foremost, the big news is that our new fire truck is in town officially. the mayor and myself went over to the parking lot at the former ShopRite site and got to see it. And I'm going to read this just so I can correctly state. New Milford Fire Company 2 took delivery of their new aerial 2020 Pierce Ascendant, 100-foot heavy-duty aerial tower featuring an Arrow XT cab. And this truck is replacing a Mack CF Baker 75-foot aerial scope that has served the borough for 32 years. So it's been a long time coming, and we were met by the chief and many members, Chief Murray and many of the members over, and they extend an invitation to the full council, please come and see the truck. So in the next couple of days, the representative from Pierce will be training the members on the new truck for about 3 days. And then after that, there'll be some on the road training, and they expect the truck to be in the rotation in about 3 weeks. So that's it. It's big, it's beautiful, and take a
Wow.
look. You'll
And
be
shiny.
pretty impressed. Yes. So I'm happy
Yeah,
for them.
It is really,
And
it
the
is
people.
really, really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. That's it, really.
That
Thank
truck
you.
will serve well.
Yes.
It will serve us well, protecting life and property and our volunteer members. So I'm very happy that we took
Absolutely.
delivery of it.
Not to
Yep.
mention the $750,000 grant that we got for it.
Right.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
Thank
make
you,
it look
Chris.
Council President Grotzky.
The Finance Committee met last week. One of the big concerns were that we extended the grace period on tax payments to June 1st. The report as of last week, tax collections are doing quite well. The rest of the borough finances are on par and are going along as should be. There are no major outlays as of this time.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sandhusen.
Nothing to report at this time.
Councilwoman Grant.
Census. 2020 census is due now. New Milford's response rate is up to 75.5% as of yesterday, but we're still behind neighboring towns. It's really important to get our fair share of federal dollars for our schools, for our roads, and for a variety of other things. The Board of Ed at their last meeting was talking about how to honor the 2020 graduates. And one of the things they've done is to put up photos of all the graduates behind the school on the fence. So drive by and take a look at it. It's really a wonderful thing. They've delivered caps and gowns, and now we have a meeting Monday evening. I'm sure they'll be talking about whether or not to have an in-person graduation now that Governor Murphy has permitted them as starting on July 6th, I believe. The library's been talking about creating a phased-in reopening of the library, which won't happen for a while, but it's in the works. So hopefully that will take place, albeit slowly. That's all I have.
As Councilwoman Siraki Hurley alluded to, we've had meetings with our senior center director and our administrator, and sort of the same lines as the library. We're talking about a plan for a responsible reopening. There is absolutely no timetable on that. We're just discussing the different phases and all of the complications and things that are involved with each phase. Senior Center is it's directly in conflict with all that's going on because it's a place where we encourage people to get together and socialize. So we are going through everything. Our senior director has been talking to the other senior directors and resources at the county and the state. I guess it's like a senior director board or task force. So she's bringing information back to us as well. So that will be ongoing.
Okay.
Other than that, and I'm very happy that we're starting to open up the field and the tennis courts and the recycling center. So I'm happy about that. Chris, do you have an administrator's report tonight?
I do, yes. In spite of the fact that we're all virtual all the time, we have a couple of interesting things coming up. We have a pre-construction meeting for the Riverside Co-op Road Program for 2020. That's this Friday. I'll be in attendance virtually at that meeting, as well as a member of our DPW supervisory staff will be on that as well. In addition to that, we have a bid opening on Tuesday for the basketball courts. That's actually going to be in person outside of the police department on Tuesday morning.
Cool.
Let's see. Other than that, ongoing meetings, as the mayor had mentioned, we are meeting regularly with the senior center, and we continue to discuss with the task force as well, all the things that we will need to do in order to move forward with the reopening of the Borough Hall. The other thing I only wanted to add was that personally, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to word my email, but I'm going to be out of the office next Friday and the following Monday. So that would be June 5th and June 8th. We do have a meeting on June 8th. I will be present for that meeting, but I am going to be pretty much out of touch for a good portion of those 4 days. If it's an emergency, the best thing to do would be to give me a call so I can get in touch with you and we could talk about anything about that. But I'll have the agenda out on Thursday, the 4th for your review. And of course, Diane's available in my absence.
Okay.
Is there anything else anyone wants to bring up? If not, I would ask for a motion to open to the public.
Randy,
Randy,
I just wanted to mention that I noticed the Little League, New Milford Little League was hosting a food drive. And I encourage everyone in town to participate. Our food bank in town has been very, very active these past couple of months. So I thank them for initiating that food drive. And I think it's coming up. I don't have the information in front of me at the moment, but look, it's on Facebook. So I encourage everybody to find it and participate. That's it.
and along those same lines, the 4 PTOs of our public schools have bonded together, and they are doing a merchandise apparel fundraiser. All the proceeds are also going to our local food bank. So that's also
Is that something
people should.
you posted? Did you post that,
Yes.
Mike?
I
Oh,
did.
okay.
I posted that,
All right.
and
An apparel fundraiser? How is that going to work? Do you know?
you buy a shirt and wear it.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
I was thinking dresses on a rack. Okay.
No,
We're desperate,
it's
Brad.
sweatshirts, hats, shorts, pajama pants.
I did
It
see
says
that post.
NM
Yeah.
Unite.
Yeah.
The proceeds will go to the food bank.
Mr.
So all of
Mayor,
those have been come out.
the Little League is Saturday, May 30th from 10 to 1 at Connolly Field.
Thank you, Kevin.
thank you,
Saturday,
Connolly.
10 to 1. Awesome.
Motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any member of the public who wishes to join in, call in, ask a question? Now is your opportunity.
I see that we have 4 members of the public in attendance, and at this point, nobody's indicated that they wish to speak.
Are we allowed to call on them?
I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
you can't.
I think you just did.
Motion to close to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mayor, someone raised their hand.
Any opposed?
Okay, we do. Yep, somebody
Okay.
did.
Uh,
Okay.
Motion to
A
open
motion to
again.
reopen.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any member of the public that wishes to ask a question, now is the opportunity.
Hi, good evening. Could you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, good evening. My name is Frank Fiorenzo. My home address is 71 Prospect Avenue, New Milford, New Jersey. I live here with my wife, and we've been a resident of this borough for about 35 years, maybe longer. I'd like to talk about some old business. Is that possible? Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council, for also for hosting this platform. Gives us residents a great opportunity to get in touch with the mayor and council. I appreciate it. Thank you. Can I ask a question regarding old business?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, thank you. My question would be to what the borough had voted on either the last session or the session before that, I'm not sure, in reference to the sidewalk being installed from Main Street. I can't see myself, from Main Street to the entrance of ShopRite. I think that's Madison Avenue.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any further details on that as to which side of the street that would be on, the east or the west?
It's actually a combination of the two, because it wasn't feasible to do the sidewalk on one side. So it starts on the west side of Madison, and then there's a natural crosswalk. There's an opening where there's an entrance on the east side into a fenced area. That's where the crosswalk is going to be, and then the sidewalk is going to continue then on the east side to the entrance by ShopRite.
Okay, so there will be a pedestrian crosswalk across Madison prior to the entrance of ShopRite heading south on Madison Avenue, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because I walk that path a lot with my pet, and yeah, that's a dangerous area. And the only side of the bridge that hosts the sidewalk right now is the west side. Is there going to be curb installed there also?
Yes. Let's put the plan is that we will have curb. I would like to add that the application requires the approval of the DEP. So the mayor and councils have approved the project. We've put financing in place, but we have to get approval from the DEP. And because of where things stand in terms of COVID, originally it involved an in-person meeting with our engineer, which didn't take place. And they're talking about whether or not they're going to start reviewing things in a virtual platform. Beautiful.
Thank you very much for your answer. It answered a lot of my questions. I really appreciate your knowledge in the situation. But I guess that we voted on just to have the sidewalk installed at this point on the west side, and then details will follow.
Right. The vote at when we did vote at the previous meeting, it was to approve the financing.
Okay. Perfect. And I saw the grant in the agenda or the minutes of the meeting. That's all I have to share. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council, for hosting this platform again for the residents of the borough and the Milford. And thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you, Frank. And I believe you are actually our first resident ever to ask us a question in our Zoom platform. So congratulations to that. And
You've made
if you
history.
give me if we have your address, I'll send you a I Love New Milford keychain for being the first one.
I would love that. I was going to ask you for a t-shirt, but I'll take a keychain. That's okay. My address
We will
is
send you a
71 Prospect, we got it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, we've identified that area as in need of pedestrian and vehicular safety. It's taken us a long time to get a grant, and I believe it was $117,000 we got from the Department of Transportation to help us do this project. So we are hoping all goes well with the DEP, and we're looking forward to installation.
That's fantastic. It's a little confusing on that side, Mr. Mayor, because when you're on the other side of the street and you're coming up to the bridge, just crossing Main Street, on the right side, which is the east side, it says, "Welcome to Oradell."
Yes.
Yeah.
And now on the west side is the Borough and the Milford installing the sidewalk.
Yes. Those signs aren't 100% accurate.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else from the public? No more keychains, only one, so.
There is another hand up.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Allen, you're live.
Yes. Oh, okay. Cool. Hello. My name is Scott Allen.
Sorry about that.
Lost him.
Okay. I don't know why he's on mute. Just one second. Okay. Nope, I can't unmute him.
Okay, I just hit unmute. I hit unmute. Is it good? All right. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. Nope. Thank you. Again, my name is Scott Allen. Address is 937 Pacific Street, Apartment B. And I wanted to just say thank you. It was about a year ago when I moved here, and at the traffic circle right around the corner from me at Berkeley Street, Pacific Street, and Fowler Drive, I believe it is, was an
Yes.
American flag post that was completely overgrown with these two trees, and the American flag could not fly. And I put through a request about it, and I believe Ms. Demiris, I believe, you were one of the people who helped me out with that. And it was just before Memorial Day weekend I realized that the flag was up there. So, I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect timing, especially with a grandfather who served in the Pacific, another ready to go to Korea in a heartbeat, and countless others up above. I just wanted to say thank you.
Always good when we
You're
have
very well.
ending.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Thank you for responding.
Thank you, your family, for their service.
Thank you.
Anyone
I
else?
think he should get a keychain.
All right, we'll send him a keychain.
Okay. I have his address.
937 Pacific. Get the keychain.
Apartment B.
Yeah.
Got it. How's it looking, Chris?
I don't see any other hands at this point.
Motion to close to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Could I get a motion for consent resolutions 2020:139 through 2020:146?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? And if you notice resolutions 143 through 146, I want to congratulate Sam Duran, Edward Trinkleback, William Reardon, Nicholas Williams for completing their probation with the New Milford Police Department and officially becoming New Milford police officers. We want to thank them for everything they've done for our borough, and I wish them a healthy and challenging career here in New Milford.
And safe.
Yes.
Is there any other business before this council?
I have one note, though, that I
With
might
that, I would-
speak of. One of my neighbors was having trouble walking into her house, and it just so happens T.O. Edward Trinkleback was doing a drop at my house, and he went over, actually helped her get back into her apartment. So kudos to T.O. Trinkleback.
Thank you.
Excellent. May I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Meeting has been concluded. Thank
Thank you.
you very much to all who are watching, all who are
And the next
participating.
meeting will be June 8th, correct?
Yes. Monday, June 8th.
I'm sorry, June 8th, you said, right?
Stay safe,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Stay
Thank
safe.
you. Good night.
Good night.
You well.